A lot of traders quit before they ever get started. Not because they're lazy, not because they're not smart enough, but because they get completely overwhelmed. They get excited about trading, they pick up a book, they watch a video, they start learning strategies, and within minutes, they're drowning in terms, drowning in indicators, patterns, and conflicting opinions from the different educators that are out there. And eventually they think, man, this is way too complicated for me, and they eventually quit. How do I know this? Well, because it was me once upon a time. It's also one of the most common things we hear from the newer traders that we work with. And that's why my goal has always been to simplify trading. Not to make it sound easy, because trust me, trading is not easy at all, but to help you break through that first barrier so you actually give yourself a chance at success. And after years of both trading and coaching, I realized something very important. Despite the thousands of strategies that are out there, speaking from the technical side, of course, there are only really three core ways to trade the markets: reversal, breakout, and pullback. And if you can understand the core principles behind those three concepts, all of the other strategies and techniques and whatever else you want to call them, they suddenly become a lot easier to understand. Trust me. So in today's video, I want to share with you some footage from one of our live trading room sessions where we focused on one of my favorite styles of trading, the pullback. And my goal is to show you that even when the market gives you different looks, if you know what to focus on, you can read between the lines and consistently spot those great trading opportunities. Let's hop in. But yeah, I like just calling it two ways of trading. There's no need to confuse yourself and blah, 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 all this. I just like structure, price action trading with a structure bias. Maybe that's a way to explain it. Because it all ends up being the same thing again. Here's kind of the example that I always give you guys in the foundation course. What type of trade is this called? Right? Now, is that any different? Let's do it like this. Is that any different than this? Do you guys see any differences? Seriously. And I think this is one of my favorite points that I made in the foundation course, and it took me a while to actually realize this, right? Head and shoulders for the second, yeah, but is there any difference in the trade? So let me just do this. In the actual trade, is there any difference? So look at the arrows. That's the trade, right? Pullback, looking to buy right here, looking to buy right here. Would you guys agree there's no difference? What do we do in situation one? Some of you guys don't see it. And this is what you need to see. It'll help simplify anything, right? So the premise of this is what? Break of structure followed by pullback. All right, 100 out of 100 traders agree. Break of structure, higher high, higher close. Pull back in the structure, buy. All right. What do we have here? Oh, wrong tool. What do we have here? Is this a break of structure? Is this a pullback? Yes. So what happens is a lot of traders, we overcomplicate things. We get confused because many of you guys are looking at this and you're screaming, Akil, head and shoulders, right? Head and shoulders, right? And yes, this is a head and shoulders. But you're looking at it as head and shoulders and it's well, it's got to be different. But when you go down to the core principles of it, there's absolutely no difference. One is a straight trending move, another one is a classic pattern formation, but when you go down to the premise of the trade, with the trade on your left, what did we do? We waited for a break and close above. We looked for a pullback, and we looked to get long. With the head and shoulders, we waited for a violation of the neckline. So same thing. We waited for a break and close above structure. We looked for a pullback, and we went to get long. It's the exact same thing. And the point that we talk about in the foundation series is that there are three ways to trade, right? There are your breakouts, there are your pullbacks, and there are your reversals. Now, the thing is, they come in different ways, right? This is a pullback in a trend continuation trade. This is a pullback in the head and shoulders, right? If we did the same thing with we just talked about a 2618, right? If we did the same thing with a 2618 where we had a double bottom and then we had a break and close above the double bottom, right? This is a 2618 trade, right? But it's the same damn thing, right? Break above structure, pullback, extension. So when we can kind of focus on the pure principles, when we can, and it doesn't come at once. Again, it took me a while in my trading to realize this, but when we can focus on the pure principles that there are only three ways to trade, it eliminates a lot of the confusion. Because instead of looking at something and being like, oh my gosh, head and shoulders, oh my gosh, ascending triangle, oh my gosh, 2618, right? We can do this with a million patterns, right? Let's do this with a high and tight flag, right? High and tight flag goes like this. It's a flag pattern, Nikhil, right? Well, what's one way to trade the flag pattern, right? Wait for the violation of the flag pattern. Wait, you're going to see it. Pull back. It's the same damn thing, right? So we got four trades, 4 trades on your table that are 4 different type of trades. High and tight flag up here. Trend continuation down here. 2618 up here. Head and shoulders down here. But if we were to eliminate kind of the squared part of it, it's all the same exact trade. And that's what we need to be concerned with. That's what we need to understand. It's the same exact trade. It just comes in different ways. But I would challenge you guys to start thinking about whenever you're doing your homework in the market, instead of being too concerned with the thing, the head and shoulders, the high and tight flag, the ascending triangle, the this, the that. And I'm not saying those things aren't important. They give little clues in their own right. But I would challenge you guys to not just identify that, but maybe jot down, well, which of these 3 trades is it? Is this a pullback trade? Is this a breakout trade? Is this a reversal trade? And I think you'll be surprised at how everything you see falls under those 3 categories. Because I've been asking this question for years. If there's another way to trade out of those 3 ways, those 3 core ways, let me know. Let me know. I'd love to hear it. And that's not like a challenge. Like I honestly would for educational purposes. But as far as I'm concerned, right, you have your 3 ways to trade. And then everything else that you do, right, they're just little specificities within those 3 ways. So that's why I just like calling it price action trading. Because even though I consider myself a classic charter, so I do look for head and shoulders patterns and stuff like that. I don't really look at a head and shoulders as being anything different than our opportunity here on Euro Yen. Where again, just perfect opportunity. We spoke about this earlier, right? What do I want to see here? We're looking at a move from here with a projection of a move from here. What am I looking at? Well, I'm looking for a break and close above this level. I'm looking for a pullback into the zone, and then I'm looking to trade it. Because the thing that matters the most is what? If price action creates a higher high, higher close, then I can predict, right? So IPDE. If price action can give us a higher high, higher close, that allows me to predict a move higher. If price action is likely to move higher, then I predicted where we're likely to move higher to. How can I get involved? Wait for pullback and then specific entry reason, and then obviously execute the trade. So I do like to simplify things, but that's just also my personality because me brain not too big. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked our style, I got something really cool coming up for you. Starting on March 17th, Jason Greystone and myself are going to host a 3-day online trading event. Don't worry, it is recorded if you can't make it live, but by the time you hear this, there's only going to be a few days left before the events. We do cap the registration, meaning that once seats are filled, we close down the link. So if you are truly interested in joining and learning how to trade, make sure you register now. That way you can save your spot and you do not miss it. Aside from that, do all the stuff that you're always supposed to do. Like, subscribe, follow, share. And until next time, plan your trade, trade your plan. See you guys at the workshop.